both physical. We're not scared to bang, so.
Welcome to the greatest wrestling show on YouTube.com. Welcome to greatness of wrestling. This is the third official episode, and one thing I can tell you for sure. I do like your feedback. You guys are loving this show. I kinda enjoy the format. Like, there's going to be a lot of changes throughout the way, of course, but I like this intro thing. I like this gameplay thing on top of it. I like the news thing, conversation, like the whole concept is very interesting for me. And you know, sometimes I will rant, sometimes I will do something different, sometimes I'm just gonna report you the news that I find interesting. Sometimes I will get some controversy in the WWE, I'm going to talk about that. So this show is going to be for everything wrestling related, maybe sometimes even WWE video games, but I'm going to slap the name Greatness of Wrestling on top of it. Honestly, I'm loving it. If you want to support the channel, make sure to go to my Patreon, donate $1 or $2. I really appreciate that. By the way, I have an announcement. Today you're going to see the first ever WWE 2K18 custom GM mode on the channel. So if you wanna, it's gonna be a draft, by the way. So if you wanna support, you know, this channel, everything, make sure to like this video right here, and Twitter, Instagram, all the real links are in the description below. Some of you follow the fake ones, I would appreciate if you follow the real ones. Anyway, let's talk about WWE. So the last night we talked about Rusev, and pretty much to give you a short story, if you haven't watched the video, Rusev was supposed to face The Undertaker in a casket match at the greatest Royal Rumble ever, but there's no women, so yeah, that's a bit weird. Anyway, and he was replaced with Chris Jericho, so now Chris Jericho will face Undertaker in that match. There was controversy whether it was because of Michelle McCool he was replaced, even though Michelle McCool didn't really was mad at Rusev. She was mad at the fact that people pretty much take everything out of context when it comes to articles, you know, clickbait shit. Then it was a controversy because Rusev actually tweeted "Bury me softly, brother." So maybe that's the reason why he was replaced. And once he got replaced, he pretty much said Rusev Day will be somewhere else, somewhere. It will be Rusev Day somewhere. Anyway, and then he actually changed his social media. It doesn't say Rusev. It's pretty much just a fucking dot, and there is no picture, nothing WWE related. So it makes you feel like whether he actually was fired, did he quit WWE? But at the same time, it's very hard to believe, because on Instagram you can see WWE tweeted "Happy Rusev Day" or some shit like that. Can it be a shot at WWE fans? Not quite sure. Maybe it's just trying to prove the point. They're just trying to prove the point that everything is fine. And today we're gonna get a little bit more truth about that, and whether it's actually legit or not, I don't know. But you are going to know what's actually happening, maybe. Also, we're gonna talk about Vince McMahon and who he sees as the next big thing in the WWE. That really surprised me. I really want to talk about Superstar Shakeup. So next week we're going to have Raw and SmackDown Superstar Shakeup, and I think I said it already, but here's the thing. I really hope they're not gonna do this lazy shit where you just see an entrance from, like, I don't know, Seth Rollins on SmackDown. That means he's on SmackDown right now. Just an entrance. No, nothing. And someone in the comments below told me that no, this is not gonna happen. We are actually going to have discussions, trades. They said that on Monday Night Raw. I probably missed it, but I hope so. I really hope that is going to happen, because if not, that's so lazy. It's just pure fucking laziness. Draft, trades, Raw, SmackDown together on one show, trading superstars. This fucking used to have this shit where you pretty much have a computer randomizing who goes to another brand. I used to love this. Honestly, draft was one of my favorite nights, favorite things about WWE when I was a kid. I don't know, there's some excitement about that. I also loved the fact that they were wearing Raw t-shirts, SmackDown t-shirts. We used to have Raw vs SmackDown matches. The winner gets a draft pick. That was good. I want something like that again. Why can't we just have this? I know some of you were like, oh, it doesn't make any sense. Why would we have this and this? It's 2 nights or 1 night only. For 2 nights, can we have something different in the WWE? You know? That's my thing. Anyway, why don't we talk about Rusev and it's Rusev Day? Rusev fans, I asked the WWE if Rusev has left the company. WWE said those rumors are not true. He is still with the company and he will be in the Royal Rumble match at the greatest Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. Hashtag Rusev Day. There is no scandal involving Rusev. It is all storyline. Rusev is no longer in the match with The Undertaker. He's been replaced by Chris Jericho. They ran some goofy stuff on social media to get people talking, which they did. Rusev, I believe, is going to be in the greatest Royal Rumble, so he's still on the show. The point in that, Rusev is not quitting, he's not leaving, he's not getting fired, nothing like that. They just decided Jericho versus The Undertaker would be a better match, even though they announced Rusev versus Undertaker before they figured that out. I can see how that's true, but at the same time, how do you not see anything wrong with that? I'm out of coffee, by the way. I don't know, but I don't have coffee. I'm just a dead man walking. Honestly, why does it have to be out of all the people on the roster, Rusev? You know, you can pick anyone. There's going to be fucking 50 men in the Royal Rumble, and it has to be Rusev. Out of everyone, it has to be Rusev. And why does it have to be a casket match? What that tells to me, people are complaining Rusev is buried, don't bury Rusev. Well, we're gonna bury him, literally, in a casket match. Don't you see a problem with that? Yes, The Undertaker vs Chris Jericho is a much more interesting match, at least for me, because Jericho being back in the WWE for I don't know, 5-6 months, it's interesting to me. I want to see that more, because Rusev vs Undertaker is a little bit too random. You know, just like I've said, random button on PlayStation 4, the square. I don't see how is that a storyline. You know, on WWE.com, they pretty much said that Lana went to the office, asked for Rusev not to be in a match. Of course, that's just fake, that's just a storyline. I wonder why he got replaced. Why would you announce that in the first place? You know? I don't know what's going on, but I hope they're going to push the guy. If he is going to get buried in the next, I don't know, 2 months, you know that there was something wrong with that. You know there's something happened, and WWE are not happy with Rusev. But, yeah. I know that these news seem legit, but at the same time you kind of feel like, how can we trust WWE with that? You know? We trusted WWE with Ziggler. We trusted them with Zack Ryder, these guys were the most over guys at one point. People loved the shit out of him. When Ziggler won the World Heavyweight Championship, people went insane. Zack Ryder won the United States Championship, people were shaking their little ding-dongs because they enjoyed the shit out of it. They were chanting Zack Ryder's name, but he wasn't even on the show. He gets a push, and they do everything. Every single thing, every little detail to destroy the push. Even, just like I've said, just look at this Rusev thing. Casket match to kind of bury him, literally. They did the exact same thing with Zack Ryder when people were chanting push Ryder. Push Ryder, signs in the crowd saying push Zack Ryder. You know what they did? They had Kane pushing Zack Ryder off the stage. I don't know, if you still can trust WWE, yeah, I honestly cannot. Dave Meltzer was asked on his Wrestling Observer Live program about WWE superstar Baron Corbin and his future. Meltzer replied, "It should be noted that of all the non-main event talent in WWE right now, Vince is still highest on Baron Corbin as a future major player." Really? Really? Baron Corbin out of all the people on the roster? Baron Corbin? Baron Corbin? Holy shit. Holy shit, no wonder this guy is pushing Roman Reigns even though no one is listening. Holy shit. Imagine the top face of the company, Roman Reigns, and the top heel of the company, Baron Corbin. And that's it for today. Anyways guys, the main focus on the story was obviously Rusev, because there was a lot of controversy. You guys enjoyed the last video, so I promised you that I will give you more details once we get them. Turns out we got more details the next day, so hopefully you enjoyed the show. I honestly have a blast. I will update shit. This TV right here will have a logo of my show. I need to replace the logo, by the way. It's very lazy. It was very fast, because the decision was like, I don't know, 2 days in the making. I was like, I need a wrestling show, let's do that. And you guys liked it, I love it. If you enjoyed it, press the like button. As always, the great one, peace, love and hugs. It's been a pleasure.